Welcome guys, so this is my 11th new Capenna quick draft. We'll just get straight into it. Okay, Evelyn the Covetous. I think this is quite a good card. And what this does is, oh look, we have a Corpse Appraiser who happens to be a vampire rogue. Why is that important? Well, Evelyn has synergy with vampires. She has a vampire payoff. You basically get card advantage if you can play other vampires after you've played Evelyn. So there's really no other choice than Corpse Appraiser here. I mean, Rumour Gatherer is really good. Ghoul and Professional is a 3 damage removal spell, which is good. Murder's really good. But I can't see past Corpse Appraiser. To be honest, it's a vampire, and it generates card advantage anyway. Potentially you could get 2 cards out of Corpse Appraiser if you've already got Evelyn in play. So, seems good to me. Now, we're committed pretty heavily to the Maestros here. Black, red, and blue. You're not really in theory, you're not supposed to commit too early to a family, but these are just, you know, it's just obvious to pick these two to me. But we'll have a look at what we've got here. So we're pretty much just going to ignore green and white. You'd have to have something amazing to be better than these two, I would say. And that's not going to happen. I don't see any vampires here. We have a 2-drop, which would be good. It'd be good to start filling out the 2-drop slot. That's often a tricky one. We have a very good 5-drop, the Girder Goons, which you can blitz out on turn 4. Which I think it's a better card than the Custodian, but the 2-drop slot is kind of at a premium. You kind of want to try and get 2 drops whenever you can. Goldhound, I think it's hard to cast this on turn 1 if you're sort of committing to 3 different colours. You'd have to have quite a lot of red sources. I like the Goldhound though. It's just, yeah, I'm not sure it's the best thing here. Join the Maestros, we shouldn't overlook that. So that is 5 mana, it gets you a 4/3 creature token. If you sacrifice something, you get 2 4/3s, which is not bad. Something I just skip over these days. I don't think it's a lot of mana for something that doesn't have evasion, and I kind of want evasion, you know, or some value at 5 mana. And Girder Goons gives you the value, you see. I'm going to pick Girder Goons because I think it's the best card. And hopefully we pick up some 2-drops later on. Okay, we've got Cement Shoes, Dapper Shield Mate. Make Disappear. That is a 2-drop. That might be quite a good choice here. I think we've got to join the Maestros again. Exhibition Magician, I like. It helps fix your mana. It can give you a treasure. It's another 3-drop. Plasma Jockey's pretty good, pretty aggressive. And you can blitz it out as well. And we have a relevant land. Waterfront District gives us blue and black. So what do we do here? I did say 2-drops are quite important. I've not always been the biggest fan of Make Disappear, but I can't argue with how the wisdom of crowds. It's everyone, all the professional players seem to value this card. There's probably something in it. I do like Plasma Jockey quite a lot. Maybe it's time to start building up our 2-drops though. Let's get Make Disappear. Okay, Missile to Orfeo the Builder. By your silence. Another counter spell. I'd say this one's a bit dodgy. It only counts spells with mana value 4 or greater, and there's plenty of things that are 3 or less that can decide the game here. So I think that's kind of a sideboard card, because we're playing best of one, then it's kind of unplayable. We've got the Expendable Lackey. I think he's quite good. We've got the Glamorous Outlaw, so that is a vampire, and it fixes your mana. I can't see past a vampire. We've got to go for vampires here, I think. Okay, that's a human rogue. It is a 2-drop for 2. It's a grizzly bear, basically. So on that basis, we could just grab this. Taste the Joint is a bit of card draw. Witness Protection, I'd say that is a good removal spell. Fake Your Own Death, bit of a combat trick type thing. I think it's the Witness Protection here. Okay, talking of 2-drops, we actually have Extract the Truth here. So, definitely something you can cast on turn 2 and just take out creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. Fingers crossed they actually have one of those in their hand. And it can also make someone sacrifice an enchantment. It's quite good because they might only be running one really good enchantment, like Broker's Ascendancy. So I think that's quite good. We've got Fake Your Own Death, that's good. Maestro's Initiate's good. So it dies and it gives you value. You can draw cards off him later. And we've got Tramway Station is good for our deck. Bit of mana fixing, and there's Mayhem Patrol, who's quite aggressive, and a 2-drop. There is a sort of sub-theme within the Maestros involving spells. I think, well, one of the cards is the Maestro's Ascendancy, which is a rare. We're not very likely to see that. There's an uncommon, though. There's, I think she's a vampire, and she lets you recycle a spell from the graveyard, I think, when she dies. So that would be a reason, potentially, in the future, if we were to get that card. It makes Extract the Truth a bit better. But I think maybe we can't ignore a Mayhem Patrol. Maybe we in my last, a couple of drafts ago, I did a Bant deck, and I think it had something like 11 white, 10 blue, and 9 green cards. So it was quite a spread between the 3 different colours. It's like I'm dipping into blue quite heavily, and I've got to sort of pair that up with either red or black. But we've got quite a commitment to all 3 colours already, having all of these. I don't know. I think, yeah, I'm going to go for the Mayhem Patrol because it's aggressive. Right, illicit shipment, initiate. Psionic Snoop. Basically a wall. Not that exciting. Deal Gone Bad is a removal spell, and Wrecking Crew. It's a 4/5 blocker. I'm quite a fan of the Wrecking Crew. But we do have 3 pretty expensive creatures already. Let's go for the removal spell. Involuntary Employment. This is fantastic if you have a sacrifice effect to go with this. We'd have to sort of pick one up later on. But there are things, of course, Casualty is a thing. for example. Make Disappear does have Casualty on it. We do have the Broker's Veteran, though, which is just a solid 2-drop with some value when it dies. Obscura Initiate's good. 2/2 flyer for 3 with lifelink. I think here I take the Evasion creature. I think the 2/2 flyer is probably slightly better. Right, excuse me. Okay, we've got the Lackey again. Ready to Rumble, so removal spell does 5 damage for 5 mana. Expensive removal, basically. We've got Sticky Fingers. You can give something Menace and get some treasures. It's pretty good if you've got kind of a low to the ground aggressive deck, and you can kind of play this early and build a bunch of treasures. I don't know. We've already got something with Menace. We're getting a few removal spells early on. I don't know how effective that's going to be. Ominous Parcel, I'm quite a fan of. So this is just, a bit of mana fixing, emergency mana fixing early on, and then late game it's an expensive removal spell. So it's actually almost as good as Ready to Rumble. It does 4 damage for 5 mana. I think I like the utility of Ominous Parcel. So, well, technically it's 4 damage for 6 mana because you've got to cast it first. I think I like the Ominous Parcel here. Okay, there's nothing in our colours here, but what's the best card? Probably Dapper Shieldmate. Another Dapper Shieldmate. Maybe we should have gone white and green. Case the Joint. We'll take it. We might use it. Bit of card draw. Okay, Orgnus the Dragon Slash. I am drafting for my collection, so I am taking this rare. Is it splashable? It is splashable. Look at that. So he's red. That can be red. That could be black or red. So yeah, we can actually play this as well. Is there anything we can haste? Yes, the Mayhem Patrol can blitz out and haste, as can the Girder Goons. So that could be actually quite useful. Okay, we have Graveyard Shift. Bring a creature back to the battlefield. If we look at our mana values, that's actually quite an encouraging set of mana values. We could do the definitely do the 5 different mana values thing. So that having flash is quite good. Sizzling Soloist. I think he's pretty good. Stops things from blocking, which is nice. Rooftop Nuisance is pretty good. It's another casualty card. Could tap two things down. It is sorcery speed, but okay, that's that combat trick again. Goldhound, Ready to Rumble. It's a 5 mana removal. Yeah, I guess I'm not that excited by Ready to Rumble. Four-drop creature or a Graveyard Shift. I feel Graveyard Shift could bring us back a crucial creature like Evelyn. So maybe this is just because we've got a high quality creature here. Graveyard Shift is a bit better. Corpse Appraiser as well. There is another Glamorous Outlaw here. This is a vampire. Slip out the back's quite good. So that's quite good for obviously protecting our important creature Evelyn. But Body Dropper is really good. a really good 2-drop. So I think we can't really see past Body Dropper, though we are looking like we're sort of blue and red early on. Maybe we're splashing black, but most of our expensive cards are black. But we'll see. It's too early to say. We'll take the Body Dropper. Well, I'm a fan of the Midnight Assassin, and it's a vampire. Snooping News is really good, but it's not a vampire, so Mayhem Patrol's really good as well. But I'm going to take the vampire. That simple. Witness Protection's really good, or we could take another vampire. Let's take another vampire. Broker's Veteran or another vampire. 3 in a row. It's pretty impressive. There's also an Ominous Parcel, which I think I'm a fan of having 2 of them. Wrecking Crew can block flyers, but definitely Midnight Assassin beats Wrecking Crew, I think. Yeah, it's another Midnight Assassin. We'll take the third one. We've probably got enough now. Right, Rogue's Gallery. I think that could be good value, that card. There's another Make Disappear as well. Let's take the Rogue's Gallery. Have a bit of reanimation. Buy a Sledge Arsonist. I'm a fan of this in a treasure deck. But I don't think we're making enough treasure. We've got things we've got sacrifice outlets, but they're all quite expensive. Another Ready to Rumble, and there's a Tramway Station. I feel like trying to fix my mana base a little bit. That might be better here, because we already have quite a few 3-drops, having just picked all the Midnight Assassins. Okay, we definitely need 2-drops. This is where we take a Broker's Veteran. Put your own death, Goldhound, Ready to Rumble. So many Ready to Rumbles flying around. I think maybe we can afford an expensive removal spell. Let's go for it. Okay, I think another Tramway Station is good here. I don't see myself playing Disdainful Stroke at all. I'm going to take Daring Escape. Public Enemy. I mean, yeah, that gets sideboarded. Let's just sideboard the Daring Escape and the Social Climber. So on to pack 3. What have we got? Oh, now that's nice. A rare vampire. It's my first. That'll be my first Sanguine Spy as well. Riveteer's Ascendancy. Right. Let me just double check. We're going to go and look at the collection now. I have to just check if I've got 4 copies. I think I do. But I usually have a little notepad file that I keep up to date with these things. SNC Drafts, Mythics Rare List. Yeah, I don't think I kept it up to date after the last one. So, we are looking at 4 copies of Rares or Mythics in Streets of New Capenna. Sure enough, yeah, I completed this one in the last draft. I could still pick this and I'd get 20 gems, but it's not going to be very good in the deck. Well, it's not going to fit in the deck. We'll see what else we've got here. So, Power Sledge Arsonist again. Okay, Social Climber ended up in the deck. That's wrong. I think, yeah, the power of the Parcelage Arsonist is very conditional. Maybe we don't quite, we do have some sacrifice outlets, but maybe not enough and not the right type. It's much easier if you've got treasures in the deck to get value out of this guy. Right, that's just a solid 2-drop creature. We're a bit low on 2-drops, as you can see. We've only got 4. So that could be the sensible option, the Bruiser. It's the only thing you feel bad about it when it you know, you need something to attack with, and it's the last thing you've got left. We've got the Lackey, who's quite good. Could be another 1-drop if we're going for that. The mana values. Girder Goons is really good, but can we afford? We'd have to play it. Do we have too many 5-drops? I think my feeling is it's so good you can't pass it up, but we're kind of at a dangerous stage here. In pack 3, we've only got 4 2-drops, but yeah, and there's Halo Scarab, which is quite good. I think we hope either Bruiser or Halo Scarab will wheel around, or Maestro's Theatre. Obviously, that's our search land. But I think we have to. The best card's the Girder Goons, and I'm going to take it. Okay, I think it looks pretty good here. There's Corrupt Court Official, but there's a body dropper down here, who I'm gonna grab that. So. Light 'em Up is pretty good. Snooping Newsy is really good. Tramway Station is good. So I don't know if we can get away with body droppers and Snooping Newsies in the same deck, but because it's sort of it's hard to get the right mana for these guys. Light 'em Up might be a better idea. We do have to think about who we're sacrificing to light them up. We need something with power 2. Broker's Veteran's a good possibility. Mayhem Patrol can pump something to 2. We don't have too many expendable things. Lots of our creatures tend to be important things. But 2 damage for 2 mana sometimes is good. But I am a fan of the Snooping Newsy, so I am gonna grab that. Glittering Stockpile. I did try this in a deck recently, a Cabaretti deck. Did have a couple of X spells, Luxurious Libation. So we could use this to try and ramp out our 5-drops and 6-drop. It seems a bit risky. Got the Soloist again. That's a more proactive kind of aggressive play. I tried Fatal Grudge in my last deck. It wasn't particularly successful. I don't think we're generating enough sort of expendable permanents to make use of this. There's Extract the Truth. I guess that's a good 2-drop. Because I think the Soloist is the best card here. But I would like a 7th 2-drop. We probably don't have to play Case the Joint. Yeah, I think I'll take the Extract the Truth. Okay, another Graveyard Shift is nice. We've got Backstreet Bruiser. We've got Witness Protection. Dig up the body. Ominous Parcel. Maybe one Graveyard Shift is enough in the deck, but a second Ominous Parcel seems quite good. Witness Protection seems quite good. I think because we're spread out a little bit amongst the colours, we've got down here, after it's all sort of black, but the early stuff we've got blue and red, which seems silly, but I think we have to take an Ominous Parcel here to try and mana fix our deck. Now this guy is actually a vampire, so probably we ought to take that. Maestro's Theatre, that's good news. Or a Plasma Jockey. I think, yeah, we take the Theatre here. There's another Plasma Jockey. Yeah. Why not? Halo Scarab's a nice 2-drop. Expendable Lackey is expendable. Maybe we have enough 1-drops. Maybe another 2-drop would be welcome. That can turn into a treasure. Take another Extract the Truth. Spitter. Take the Stockpile. And the Crocodile. Right, so we had, how many vampires? 8 vampires we ended up with. That was our sort of opening plan, opening gambit. Evelyn and Corpse Appraiser. I've sort of have filled out the 2-drop slot pretty well. I've got a few to choose from. We've got to cut 6 cards. Oh, let's open our vault here. Oh, okay, it's going to make me do that. In terms of mana fixing, so yeah, we've got 3 sort of multi-lands. We've got 2 Ominous Parcels. I think we keep all of those. Now, is there anything easy to cut here? If I'm thinking in terms of just being aggressive, what we do is we cut, make disappear, and extract the truth. So we're being proactive on turn 2. It means we only have 6 2-drops. Definitely keep the 1-drop there. That's good because that's removal, and we need to mana fix with these. Keep all the vampires. This guy's a 3/3 haster for 4. Does he belong in the deck? Makes treasure tokens. We do have some blitzers. We've got Graveyard Shift. We've got Ready to Rumble. Potentially we cut these 2. I think keep that Glamorous Outlaw because it's a vampire. It's a bit of mana fixing. I really don't want to cut a Girder Goons. Rogue's Gallery is pretty good value. So it's another way of getting stuff back from the graveyard, and I guess it's cheaper than Graveyard Shift. So I guess Organist does need double red effectively to cast. So just on the basis that he's a little bit more difficult to cast, we probably drop him. That takes us to 40 cards. We've erred in favour of being aggressive by just playing more creatures and dropping spells. Which might not be the right decision, but it's a decision. You have to make some sacrifice. Anyway, I think I will have a little think about this. I will call this end of part 1. I'll just make sure I'm happy with the mana base. Thanks for watching so far, and welcome back. So yeah, I've finalised the deck, and I decided I am a fan of Extract the Truth in this deck. So I've put both copies in, and I've cut out Snooping Newsy and Halo Scarab. I am a fan of Snooping Newsy, but maybe this isn't the best deck for it. And because it's blue-black on turn 2, I think it's not as compatible with something like Body Dropper, which you've got 2 Body Droppers. We're trying to have black and red on turn 2. Arguably, it's sort of a bit harder to do both of those things. It kind of because we've got 2 tramway stations, so we're a bit stronger in black and red sources. Basically, we should be able to play Body Dropper fairly consistently on turn 2, but it's not quite the same for Snooping Newsy. And I'm also, whilst I'm a big fan of Self-Mill, we don't have very many removal cards. Deal Gone Bad. We've got Deal Gone Bad. You've got 2 Ominous Parcels, Witness Protection. It's always nice if you can bring these back from the graveyard somehow, but we can't do that. So it could be pretty bad for us if we mill one of those. That could be quite important in the long run. So I've decided I'll go with Extract the Truth, and this can also force your opponent to sack an enchantment. And some of the really big bombs are enchantments in this set. So as we've seen with Broker's Ascendancy, I decided my deck is not all that aggressive. It's not super aggressive, mainly because we've got these 3 Midnight Assassins on turn 3, which is just a 1/2 creature. It's kind of a defensive kind of roadblock. It's kind of a speed bump to try and stop more aggressive decks. Trade off with their flyers, trade off with their big creatures. So we're kind of, I think we're quite a grindy deck. We can have an aggressive start. I'm unlikely to get to play Cutthroat Contender on turn 1. You need 9 black, untapped black sources to have a good chance of doing that. 9 or possibly 10. Actually, let me double check that. Yeah, 9 untapped black sources. And we've only got 5, so it's a long shot we can cast this on turn 1. It makes the cut, though, because it is a vampire, to go with Evelyn. And I think it's a good having a 1-drop is sometimes quite a good tempo play. It's like that spare bit of mana can be useful, even if he's only a chump blocker or something. So we can have an aggressive start sometimes if we draw the right cards. But But we're gonna try and grind down the enemy a little bit. We've got Rogue's Gallery to bring back potentially multiple creatures, hopefully 3 creatures, a blue, a black, and a red creature. I don't think colourless is counted, so Halo. I don't think we'd be able to get Halo Scarab. It isn't right. Rogue's Gallery is an argument for Ominous, right? Because this guy's technically green. This could be the green creature I get back from the graveyard. I haven't put this guy back in just yet, but it is tempting. We'd have to do something like drop a Girder Goons for Ominous, and I'm not quite prepared to go that far. Yeah, so we've got the Rogue's Gallery value plan. Hopefully we can bring back our dead Corpse Appraiser and get more value out of Corpse Appraiser. So we're going to try and grind out the enemy that way. We do have a lot of creatures. We've now got 16 creatures. We did have 80 because we've added the Extract the Truth. But yeah, we're going to try and grind out the enemy by having more creatures and bringing back creatures and having Flying Death Touches, just stopping them. And getting value, ultimately getting value with Evelyn, casting their cards off the top could be pretty good. Yeah, so that's about it. And mana base, we've got 8 black sources, 7 red, and 6 blue. So I think we need both Ominous Parcels to kind of take that up a notch and give us a bit more consistency with hitting our 3 colours. But I decided we don't need this Halo Scarab as well. So hopefully this strikes the right balance. Yeah. Usually you want 7 2-drops, 6 3-drops, but I think it's okay to go 6 and 7. Yeah, usually it's sort of 2 7 6 4 3 1 is the kind of the guideline for making a draft deck. So we're pretty close to that. I think I've already added this, but let's go for it. Let's open our wild card chest. It's very satisfying. And it takes me away from there. Okay. Right. Yeah, let's get into it. And yeah, this could be the 0-3, I feel like. It's, I don't know if this is, I'm not sure how I feel about this deck. Because now I'm in gold, and I'm playing against platinum players. Quality of deck has gone up considerably. Right, we don't have a 1-drop, we've got that for turn 2, that for turn 3, that for turn 5, and this is a removal card. And we can play a tapped mountain turn 1, so it's a good hand. I always forget to check who's going first. Is that mulliganing twice, do you think? Yeah, so he's got 5 cards. I am going first. Potentially this is good news for us. I can extract the truth and get an important card that he's kept. Make sure you choose the right option. Right, Corrupt Court Official. Is there anything we don't mind discarding? He's got to hit the right mana for Crew Captain, so I'm okay getting his card advantage card. I need to keep all my lands because I'm planning to make a 5-drop, I suppose. Now, Midnight Assassin could try and trade off with a Mayhem. No, it can't. It's got Menace, hasn't it? It's 2 damage through. Okay. Cool, we'll be able to play Evelyn turn 5. I think we want a Broker's Veteran. And we're not going to block, we're going to attack. Did he hit green mana? Okay, not attacking with that. He doesn't want me to get the Broker's Veteran. So, Midnight Assassin goes in. Slowest speed down ever. Okay, I'm going to play Evelyn the Covetous. And we'll double block. Oh, does he have a land and to cast Deal Gone Bad? I think he does. So he got me good there. And I knew I was going to do that. I could have held this back to block and double blocked with these two. Okay, no, he's going to light him up on that one because it's casualty 2, so he couldn't use the unlucky witness. He didn't have the 4th mana. Okay, how does this work exactly? Once each turn, I can play a card from exile with a collection counter on it. Yes, so we're going to extract the truth, and we're going to get something else from his hand. We can't select Deal Gone Bad, but the crew captain is kind of annoying and does a lot of damage. Turn it comes into play. Jewel Thief. Okay, yeah, I was thinking too long. Fair enough. But that was unfortunate. That was a double mulligan, and I had hand destruction. And I went first, so everything lined up for me there. That wasn't exactly an even match. But I still potentially misplayed there, so I didn't know he could have had a land in hand and the mana for Deal Gone Bad on Evelyn. So that wasn't the smartest play in the world. This looks good. So we've got the perfect mana here. We've got, I guess, Body Dropper on 2 is good. And we can blitz out Mayhem Patrol if we want. If we want to try and hit the 4th land. Okay, there's the 4th land. We are on the draw here. Backstreet Bruiser. Okay, right. Body Dropper only gets Menace if he sacrifices something. I think we'll go more aggressive. We'll go for the Mayhem Patrol without Blitz, because we're not struggling to get land number 4. Glamorous Outlaw on there to fix his mana. So I've got Body Dropper and Parcel, or we play just another menace creature, the Sanguine Spy. First time I've managed to draft Sanguine Spy. I've seen it up against me maybe 2 or 3 times. Seems pretty good. And of course this is another one that's got the 5 mana value thing. So I thought because I had Graveyard Shift and the blue-black creature, the Snooping Newsy, I took them out of the deck and I thought this mechanic didn't matter anymore, but it is on the Sanguine Spy. For 2 damage. Takes that one out. We've got a Rogue's Gallery, though, to get that back later. Right, we could Body Dropper and Ominous Parcel. We could Blitz a Girder Goons. Just swing with the Spy. We'll play our stuff out here. And the turn. If we top deck a land, then we can use this for removal, or we could just dig for a land, make sure we've got the 5th land, play the full cost Girder Goons. Okay, it's another good creature, so he can block the Sanguine Spy with 5 power here. We'd effectively trade off Sanguine Spy for Cutthroat Contender, which maybe isn't such a good deal. I think we'll pop our Parcel. Everything in our deck needs black mana, so let's get a Swamp. I am thinking in terms of a Rogue's Gallery in the future. But if we don't do anything, what we are doing is keeping up mana to sacrifice something. And what I could do, well, if I tap 2 mana now, he could use his instant removal, but that's okay. We're okay with that. We'll put our Glamorous Outlaw on a Swamp. So he's stuck on 3 land. Let's go to my turn. Okay, Midnight Assassin. There's an argument, yeah, just attack with Sanguine Spy to break through here. Do we blitz out Girder Goons as well? I'm going to go for it. I'm going to blitz out the Girder Goons. The only thing is we put 2 black creatures in the graveyard, so yeah, second thoughts, I'm not attacking with the Spy. I'll just attack with the Girder Goons. It's 4 damage through. I can spend 1 mana to sacrifice the Girder Goons. Oh yeah, that triggers Body Dropper. I forgot about that. That's really good. We drew an island. That's really good. Extract the Truth. That's also good. Yes. End turn. He's hit land number 4. I've got a choice here, extract the truth, or do we hold up mana for Evelyn? I think we've got to hold up mana for Evelyn, to be honest. Do we sacrifice something else? Okay, I think maybe I'm okay with Body Dropper dying. So he can trade off with Backstreet Bruiser, and that's okay. Except I can... yeah, don't attack with that. Okay, I mean, this might be a mistake. We're going to sacrifice our 2/2 creature to put a counter on the Body Dropper. Oh, the Body Dropper, yeah, that seems okay. And trade off like that, and we'll end the turn. Due, okay. Five land, that's good. He's got 6 cards in hand. It's a Wrecking Crew, okay. Okay, another Midnight Assassin. Right, let's think about what we're doing here. So, we want to cast something from here. We might nick a land, because I've actually got plenty of things to do here. Extract the Truth. Cemetery Tampering. That's fascinating. Okay. He's got a 2/2 flyer that's quite expensive. He's got this guy. The All-Seeing Arbiter is pretty brutal. I think that's the one we get rid of. This has got Menace still, so this swings in. And we'll play the Midnight Assassin. And end the turn. Broker's Veteran, another Midnight Assassin, okay. He did top deck a land, so he's got Glamorous Outlaw. I'll take 2 damage, he scries for 2. He's got a very strong defensive setup now. Okay, my turn. Corpse Appraiser. That seems good. Let's exile his All-Seeing Arbiter. We do not want that coming back. Oh, that's going to draw me a card. I get some land off the top as well. Got more things there. I think we'll play this land from my hand. Got so much card advantage here. I think we play another Midnight Assassin. We could play the Broker's Veteran. That's quite a good option. Body Dropper? No. I think Midnight Assassin. That's got reach, but I can swing in with Death Touch now. And end the turn. It's quite a selection of cards we've got here. So whenever he pays life or loses life, gains life, this grows. Okay. Over to my turn. Okay. Witness Protection, that's rather useful. Okay. So the one I'm thinking is going to be quite useful. Could do another Midnight Assassin. I sort of like the idea of Body Dropper just growing out of control eventually. So I think Body Dropper's the one. We have 6 mana available. We could Glamorous Outlaw now. We could Witness Protection or Wrecking Crew, but I'm not going to do that. Yeah, let's attack with both Midnight Assassins. Trade off there, fair enough. One more damage, we can play this guy now. That's 2 more damage. At some point we just Okay, Tramway Station on the bottom, and top deck that. Sure, let's pay 2 life, draw a card, because we've now got, apparently we've hit 5 values, which is cool. Errant Street Artist is interesting, isn't it? So that is the card advantage you can get with Evelyn. It's within a few vampires. So yeah, Extract the Truth, that makes a lot of sense, because we can use that to just slow down my opponent, or we can use it to try and protect Evelyn. Actually, now I think of it, we can't use it to protect Evelyn because it doesn't target instants and sorceries. It's enchantment, creature, or planeswalker. But still, I think it's a good 2-drop. Oh, this isn't so good. 3 islands and 4 black cards. I usually say, I keep 3 landers, but maybe not in this case. Opponent's going first. We are drawing an extra card. That's worth remembering. I don't think it's going to fix things unless it's a swamp. Now this is better. We've actually hit both of our Ominous Parcels. We have a Midnight Assassin. We have mana fixing in the form of Glamorous Outlaw as well. So, interesting choice. I think I want to keep my late game creature because this can mana fix for me as well. We can lose one of the parcels. It could have got me to a 5th land, guaranteed, though. That's the only thing. Hey, we top deck our 1-drop. That's nice. Hey, and we top deck a mountain. We don't even need mana fixing. So, swing in. Pay a life point. Right, what do we do? Let's play the mountain. And an Ominous Parcel. Social Climber. I'm thinking we could trade off with Midnight Assassin. I think we keep swinging in. You blocking? Okay, I'm pumping it up. My Midnight Assassin. I'm okay trading this off for the Social Climber. It might prove to be the wrong decision in the long run, but we are against a Bant deck with flying creatures like that, so they can tap down my blocker. So yeah, maybe that was a poor decision. Costs us 3 life points. We've actually got to 6 land, so we can play this on turn 6. We can't use that for damage yet. And we're going to stay on the defense. Park Heights Pegasus, nice. Okay. This does reveal what I've got in my hand, but I'm going to do it anyway. Okay. Interesting. I was going to say, well, he could have a protection spell for one of these flyers. We could risk it, but he needs a few things to get to draw a card off this, I think. I think Extract the Truth is maybe a good idea, unless I completely whiff, which is possible. Creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. Which, well, the reasoning was we didn't want to use Ominous Parcel in case... Ah, so he's got Prize Fight. Cool. We get rid of an important creature that was going to pump up one of his flyers. But he does have Prize Fight. He's gone 4 colours, that's ambitious. Ah, he got me with Witness Protection. Nice. Top deck. The Glamorous Outlaw does not stop these guys. Right, my turn. Right, do we blow up the Regulator because it's got 3 toughness, or do we blow up the Pegasus because there's the threat this can draw him cards? Yeah, I think the card draw threat scares me more. I could end up drawing my 2/2 flyer, and so I'd feel really bad about not killing the Celestial Regulator. But then he could draw something that makes 2 creatures, which I think is slightly more likely, because I've only got 1 2/2 flyer in the deck. Yeah, you can crack that as well. And he's got a fight card, he's got the Prize Fight. Oh, it's going to go well with Sewer Crocodile, isn't it? Glamorous Outlaw does have 5 toughness, which is actually quite helpful. At least this guy is not unblockable yet. I'm going to play the Outlaw. Okay, we don't need that mountain. This does not do anything to stop the flyer. So I think we just put Body Dropper on the bottom. It's irrelevant. We'll play the island. I'm not sure. I'm trying to think. I don't think there's a reason to discard cards in this deck. I think we may as well play all our land. I don't think we have any connive. So we've actually got to triple block this. Oh yeah, no, he is unblockable. I forgot. It's just cheaper to activate if he's activated that. If he's got the graveyard thing going. Yeah. He had, see, the drawback of these Flying Death Touches, they're weak to removal. They're vulnerable to removal. That gains me 1 life. That's not going to be good enough. So evasion wins it this time. Yeah, we had one. Well, we had Extract the Truth. That took out the Strong Arm, which would have pumped the Regulator to 4/5. So that was something. Took 2 unblockable power off the board, I suppose. And we did have the parcel to kill the Park Heights Pegasus. Okay, let's go again. I'm not making any changes. What change could we make? We do have a Ready to Rumble in the deck, in the sideboard rather. That would be 5 damage. It's my 5 mana, 5 damage spell, which would have done something. Could have taken out the Regulator, but not the Sewer Crocodile. We're pretty weak when it comes to Sewer Crocodiles, unfortunately. I think I've just got Witness Protection. Or Extract the Truth to take it out of the hand. Alright, we've got the right mana colours here. 3-drop, 4 mana removal. It's not the fastest hand in the world. We'll probably, and we're going second. We'll keep it and fingers crossed, hope for the best. I am not confident enough to mulligan a hand like this when we've got perfect mana. I just sort of hope we top deck some good things. We can Extract the Truth on turn 2, so that's quite good. He's got a 2-drop. It's just a 1/1. Let's Extract the Truth now. See, hopefully we don't whiff. Okay. So, yeah, he could play one of these next turn. Orfeo can double. He's basically a 4/4, isn't he? And this can stop me blocking. But I've got Deal Gone Bad in hand, which will kill the Soloist. So we get rid of Orfeo. And he has enough to play the Soloist this turn if he just sacks that. Okay. I think we will play the untap. Right. Here's the thing. Play a tap land, we can play Deal Gone Bad next turn. If we play an untap land, we can actually do something this turn. But he can always make make me unable to block. It means he needs to he's either top decked a creature last turn or this turn, and have the mana to play it. One of them's a land. Didn't attack. Okay. Good news. We're not attacking, but we'll play Obscura Initiate here. Another land. Not a creature. Okay. Midnight Assassin on the defense, or do we just play the Girder Goons? Swing both, win with both, because he can just, well, yeah, play the Girder Goons. He could play a creature and swing in for 4, but I'm not too scared by that, to be brutally honest. Yeah, I swing in with everything here. Okay. I'm going to play a full cost Plasma Jockey. Just thinking, could there be a sweeper effect here? Okay, let's play the island and end the turn there. Keep back 1 creature, in case there is some kind of sweeper that I've forgotten about. Okay. Yeah, it was a slowish looking hand, but it turned out alright. Yeah, getting rid of Mr. Orfeo the Builder with my hand destruction, I think, turned his aggressive hand into a less aggressive one. Yeah. Yeah, I could have had the soloist swinging in for 6 damage, that kind of thing. That gets us to 50-50 at least, so yeah, I guess reasonably successful deck so far. Not as bad as I thought. I mean, it helps that we are just getting very nice land draws. We've got a 2-drop thing, a 3-drop. Looks good to me. It's quite defensive, but that's okay. And we're going first, which always helps a little bit. Right. We can take out his 2-drop, or his really cool Rocco. Are we scared by his 2-drop? No, we're not scared by it at all. So we'll take out Rocco, who could do something spectacular later. Probably just trade this for a Midnight Assassin. And we've got another Midnight Assassin anyway. Just remember, he's got Kill Shot. So that suggests maybe we blitz our Girder Goons. We could do that next turn. Does he have white mana? He does not, does he? So, unless he makes his treasure there. So, I'm going to say tap land. Midnight Assassin. Double block Mayhem Patrol. I mean, is that... We've seen his hand. He could have top decked some kind of combat trick, but he'd be getting... He'd still be taking death touch damage. I'm going to trade. There is always the first strike combat trick. I don't think many people use it in this draft that I've seen. So now he does have kill shot mana up. Right, we could blitz out Girder Goons. We could attack with Midnight Assassin. Means we can afford to play Ominous Parcel. Yeah, I like this idea. Blitz the Girder Goons, draw an extra card. You might kill shot the Midnight Assassin. That's a good trade as well, I think. I'll play Ominous Parcel. Damage. Okay, extract the truth. Could be a terrible decision, cause creature, enchantment or planeswalker. And he's got 6 mana available. I feel like it's very likely that this is going to whiff. But I can do that and cast Obscura Initiate, so before we attack, let's try it. At least we get to see what's in his hand. It's probably a whiff, but yeah, it's 2 planes. Okay. Kill shot on the assassin. Alright. 2 damage through. Play Initiate. Just thinking, how close is he to Courier's Briefcase? Oh, he's gonna have to draw a card, right? He's got another card draw land. That's good going. That's getting strangled. That's fair. So good top deck. 3 damage through. Let's see. Yeah, let's Ominous Parcel and kill the Mayhem Patrol. We won't reveal what we've got in hand. I think I'm going to play the Swarm and swing for 2. Arguably you do Deal Gone Bad, because that does 3 damage and this does 4 damage. So if he plays a 4 toughness creature now, I feel very, very silly. Glamorous Outlaw's nice. He's going to make a lot of treasures with this card, which could be very good for him. I don't know if Deal Gone Bad's a good idea though. I think Glamorous Outlaw's a very good idea. I get to scry for 2 as well. Okay. Don't need those lands. I could stay back and block. I think we'll just keep pressuring. But yeah, we can't block this guy at the moment. Let's see if we end up paying for him having all these treasures. So he's got Death Touch. That's a good Death Touch. Get rid of it. And we'll mill him, personally. Oh, well, he milled 3 lands off the top. I bet he loves that. Let's have another mountain. And swing for 6. Yeah, another land. That's rough. Okay, 4 wins. That's nice. Let's keep going. Okay, good. Perfect mana. We've got 2 Midnight Assassins, removal card, and Girder Goons. Pretty defensive. We'll see what happens. He's going first. He has mulliganed once. Okay. Okay. And we have top decked a 2-drop, which is fantastic. And another 2-drop. We set up for the wrong 2-drop. We didn't think, oh, of course we're going to draw a body dropper. This is not a great card to play first because now your opponent goes, all right, kill it now, before he can give his shield token to anything. But what's the blue-white removal card? I can't think of one off the top of my head. So, Body Dropper's more aggressive. Midnight Assassin uses my mana more efficiently, so I'm going to do that. It's got to be pretty annoying if I end up with a shielded flying Death Toucher. Is he getting to 4 toughness here? Or is he discarding an excess land? He's getting to 4 toughness. That's fair enough. Right. Now, I think I want a body dropper in play because I might want to blitz Girder Goons next turn to try and draw that extra land. I'm going to do a very suspicious attack with Broker's Veteran. Surprised if we get away with this. I think we got away with it. Oh. Broker's Veteran actually survives. I think that's better than giving a shield and losing the Broker's Veteran. So, yeah, I think kill his 3/4 flyer when he can get away with it. Darn, that's something I want to kill with Deal Gone Bad as well. That's getting held for ransom. Okay. Okay. Seems reasonable. This time I think he could have a counter spell, but we're going to try and Evelyn in his turn. If he has a counter spell, we'll feel very, very, very bad. But that is going to be that is just the way of things. If I pause too long on... right, we'll Evelyn end of turn. He might counter it, it's fine. Okay, he's got Social Climber. And I could have an Ominous Parcel. Well, the thing is, I can play Body Dropper and Social Climber. Let's play Social Climber first. I want to gain a life point. Nice. Let's think about what a white and blue deck has. They usually have Kill Shot. I'm not going to attack with Evelyn. Potentially could attack with Broker's Veteran, sort of trade him for a shield token. You could have depopulate, so just reset the board. Body dropper can of course sacrifice the assassin. Okay, Evelyn's gone. Out of there. Right, Girder Goons. Let's play a swamp. And I am thinking Blitz because they'll get sacrificed end of turn. And pump my body dropper. Which sounds cool to me. So... and let's sacrifice the Midnight Assassin. And let's attack like this. Let's attack with a Broker's Veteran as well. I can put a shield on the body dropper, and I think that's probably a pretty good trade if he does block with Rego. Pretty nice. My turn. Just thinking a little bit about timings here. So I could sacrifice Broker's Veteran to put a shield on body dropper instantly. That's what I'm thinking. That seems good. Probably overthinking this a little bit. Right, let's swing in with everything. Okay. That's fair enough. Right. Okay, draw a card. Don't mind if I do. So I have a shield on the body dropper. That seems pretty good. Let's count our mana. 5, 8, 9. Yes, we can Corpse Appraiser. Take the flyer away. Let's get that guy. That's pretty cool. Glamorous Outlaw is pretty cool. 2 direct damage. Scry for 2. Ominous Parcel is pretty cool. Can remove a blocker at this stage of the game. Yeah, my deck felt pretty strong there, gotta say. Maybe it's the 2 Ominous Parcels doing it, I don't know. Okay, Aruth, Tormented Prophet. I've seen an Aruth deck before. Pretty interesting stuff. Okay, perfect mana again. I'm being absolutely spoiled here by the RNG. We have a 2-drop creature, or a 2-drop Extract the Truth, or a Mayhem Patrol. Seems good. I don't think we open with Broker's Veteran, do we? Because it can get killed and not give us any value. Let's start with a black mana. Broker's Veteran. Okay. Let's see your Broker's Veteran and play a Mayhem Patrol or an Extract the Truth. So he can play a creature and attack a Broker's Veteran, and then I won't want to block. Am I better off taking out his follow-up creature with Extract the Truth? Well, we might be getting into a race, so I'm going to play the Mayhem Patrol. It's going to be hard for him to block. If he attacks, I swing back for 2. He's got the backup agent. Okay, yeah, now I can't even trade with that guy, even if I wanted to. Fair enough. Okay, Extract the Truth is there. Next turn I can double spell, right? But I only have access to 1 black mana. I'm thinking I could do Extract the Truth, Broker's Veteran next turn. I kind of want to do Broker's Veteran this turn so I can block. Obscura Initiate is mana efficient. It means taking 3 more damage. I want to play Broker's Veteran, so that's what I'll do. And I'll attack for 2 because I'm not going to block with Mayhem Patrol this turn. Did I just completely ignore what I said? Yes, I can't double spell next turn because... Okay, we're going to block like that and see what happens. Might be something terrible might happen. He's going to put a shield on his backup agent. Okay. Yes, so you see, 1 black source, can't body dropper and Extract the Truth. So luckily we've got something else. We draw a tap land. Swing in with Mayhem Patrol for 2. And we could Extract the Truth here, I think, because maybe time is running out on Extract the Truth. It's sort of going to get bad soon. The longer you wait, the better chance it's going to just completely whiff. He's got to make disappear for that. Okay. And a Fairy Vandal. Okay, right. He had plans. I figured I could do that because I can do Body Dropper, Obscura Initiate this turn. I've got 5 mana, or I could do a Girder Goons. I can... Now, it starts to get very risky to block Fairy Vandal. If he's hiding some card draw in his hand. Body Dropper's a 2/2, so it's a good blocker, I think. But I want to play... He could have second Make disappear, right? Let's play Obscura Initiate first. Resolves, play a Body Dropper, resolves, swing for 2. And hopefully I can... This guy survives and I can race him with lifelink. Okay, the lackey... Okay, he's conceding. Conceding already. Thought he was going to go for an unblockable goldfish there. Maybe pump it up somehow. Okay, 6 wins. That's nice. Our goal is 3,400 gems for the Mastery Pass. So we've just passed 3,000. We've got 3,120. I did not have high expectations for this deck. Maybe we're playing at the right time of day. we're not running into very many good decks that have got bomb rares. Maybe people play those later in the evening, or maybe I'm just speculating. Maybe it is just very, very high variance. We've got 3 land. We can choose between. So one of these colours we're going to be missing. But I think we go. We could play an island on turn 1, just see if we top deck a swamp. But we've got to play the theatre on turn 2. But I think it's just about keepable. But it's like it's going to be a 5-card hand basically. We do have Evelyn in the hand, which can just win. Evelyn can win games on her own. So I'll keep it. Opponent's going first. I'm drawing an extra card. That can make a difference as well. We've got a body dropper we won't be able to play. We're going to do the start with an island thing. We're going to hope Midnight Assassin can defend for us and witness protection until we fix our land. Civic Gardener, 2/2. Glamorous Outlaw is mana fixing. That's quite good. Okay, I think we'll keep it simple. We'll go for a swamp with a Maestro's Theatre. Now we could be mana efficient and witness protection this guy. Doesn't seem like a great move on the Civic Gardener. It's just a Grizzly Bear. Takes 1 power off the table. Okay, he's hit his colours, Riveteer's colours. Gonna untap that and play a body dropper as well. Oh my goodness. That's a good turn 3. Right. Right. We could Midnight Assassin, then we can trade off with a body dropper, assuming he doesn't sacrifice a creature. Or we could Witness Protection. I don't think it's a good choice. Witness Protection and fix mana with Glamorous Outlaw so we can body drop next turn. Or Corpse Appraiser. Let's play Midnight Assassin. And my guess is he'll blow this up with a removal. And I'm looking at 7 damage. You see, maybe Witness Protection on Civic Gardener was the right choice there, because he wouldn't have had that extra mana. It's kind of interesting. Plasma Jockey, yeah. Doesn't block, so that's even more damage. That's 10 damage on turn 4 in limited, by the way. And he's got the right mana to sacrifice that to body dropper. Absolutely insane turn. And I thought I might have time to fix my mana. That turned out to be quite naive. Now Witness Protection on this guy makes him a 2/2 because he's got the token on there. Obscura Initiate can trade off with something. Yeah. See if he's got another Plasma Jockey. This is the most terrifying start I've come up against in this run. 3 creatures on turn 3. 10 damage on turn 4. Okay, so we'll see. Midnight Assassin blocks there. We'll block the 3 damage there. Combat trick. I'm expecting first strike. Got a lot of mana now. Okay. 2 more creatures. Brutal. I've, yeah, missed another land drop. Yikes, okay. We could, Ominous Parcel, find a land and play it and do nothing. We could find an island and play it to play Witness Protection to take 2 power off the board. So I'm only taking 6 damage next turn. So I don't get to mana fix, but I get to have 1 more mana. Because this can mana fix. But it means we could play a body dropper next turn. Otherwise it's Witness Protection and Glamorous Outlaw mana fixes. Okay, now this is crazy enough that I'm going to do it. Let's try and find a land. We get the island. We play the island. Witness Protection, Social Climber, so he doesn't gain any more life points from it. And then maybe we only take 6 damage if we're lucky. And then somehow we need to survive the next turn, but I don't see that happening. Civic Gardener, pretty crazy ramped turns you can get. So yeah, it's terrible, another terrible turn. We're going to try and activate this ability on the island to play a body dropper. So we've kind of had the completely opposite to him of just having the most awkward mana situation. Good game, and he had a nice removal spell, and it blows that up, so his Social Climber gets back up to 3 power. Nice. So what was the situation there? It was a 3-lander with we had 2 islands, Maestro's Theatre, and I thought it might be a bit risky. Sure enough, we didn't draw a 4th land. Yeah, and it's interesting I had that choice. Should you Witness Protection the Civic Gardener with your 1 blue mana left over on turn 2? And it turns out, yes, would have actually helped. It would have helped quite a lot. Would have bought me at least 1 more turn, I think. Okay. We're getting the iffy hands now. Now we're on 6 wins. Special AI's kicking in to stop me getting to 7 wins. Turn 1 play, then nothing. So it's like this is a 3-card hand basically. So I think we are justified in mulliganing. You could keep it because you're going second and you're drawing a card, and hopefully that's getting you where you need to be. But Rogue's Cavalry we can't do anything with either. Yeah, let's mulligan. Okay, lands. We have lands. What do we put back? I want to keep the creatures. I think I want to put Ominous Parcel back, but it does give us... Potentially we could do something on turn 2 with this. We could get another land. Keep 6. But yeah, Maestro's Theatre is a free Ominous Parcel. So I think Keep 6, put the parcel back. And we can Maestro's Theatre turn 1. Get a mountain, I would. Yeah. Could get that. We could top deck a body dropper. Backup agent. He's got a bear. There's Ominous Parcel, so we'll play a tap land and Ominous Parcel. Got a creature. But hopefully we can survive this onslaught a little bit. Doesn't have a creature in there yet. We'll play blue. We're going to need blue at some point. This gets a bit ugly if he's got removal for the assassin. So block the informant. Another land and Darling of the Masses, which is too big to kill with Deal Gone Bad. So we'll put out another Midnight Assassin. Oh, I see that's getting pumped up because it's a citizen. We could Corpse Appraiser. But I don't think that's good. I think we'll... yeah, Midnight Assassin again. He really wants to attack with this and make citizen tokens. Which he will do. We'll block Darling. That. Trades off. Okay. It's keeping the pressure up. It's a land. And no follow-up. Well, that is good for us. We could blitz out Girder Goons and attack and draw a card. I could Corpse Appraiser. And then try and find land number 5. Get rid of Darling of the Masses. Do we need a Plasma Jockey? I think I'll take untapped land. Ominous Parcel could find another land, but I think we probably need to use it for removal. He's got a lot of creatures, this guy. Park Heights Pegasus, for example. Just thinking, there is a combat trick with shield tokens, which could beat my Ominous Parcel. This could potentially draw a card, so I want to kill it. And I am going to try and kill it with the parcel. No, I'm not going to kill it with the parcel. Let's do Deal Gone Bad. Let's not do that. Let's do that in Upkeep Step. So at least if he's got something, he's... Oh, I milled... Well, at least he's got blue in the deck, and I milled some islands off the top. But you got an Obscura Storefront, fair enough. So I'm guessing these cards trapped in his hand are all things. So I think I can just attack with Corpse Appraiser here, because I've always got the threat of Ominous Parcel. Triggering. and we'll just play a full Girder Goons. Oh, he's bouncing something, and it's a Girder Goons. Ouch. That's a 4-3. Take 3. It's got another creature, okay. That is quite a build-up of creatures. Right, we get to 6 mana. I could play 2 creatures here and keep mana up for the body dropper sacrifice. That's what I'm thinking. This looks like quite a good defensive setup, and no attacks and end turn. Hey, he discarded a Disciplined Duelist. That's interesting. That would have caused me a headache. He's probably concerned I have Deal Gone Bad in the deck, or more copies of it. I think this is an interesting game. I do like this, having mana up to sacrifice Broker's Veteran at instant speed, and then being able to put a shield on anything. That seems good. Okay, he's got big flyer. I say big flyer, it's a 3-3. And I'm going to have to blow that up. Psychic Pickpocket is coming in, okay. So, Corpse Appraiser trades here. Broker's Veteran trades here. And it's that simple. I don't sacrifice anything. Shield on the body dropper, yeah. My turn. Another body dropper. Ominous Parcel, 4 damage. It's the white combat trick that... yeah. Okay, let's just blow up the flyer. Feels like a bit of a risk in case there is some kind of bounce spell. I'm not going to attack. Celestial Regulator, so yeah, we can tap that down for a couple of turns. It's just got a lot of good stuff here. Rogue's Gallery, yeah, if I have time to cast that, I can get a lot of things back. I can get Corpse Appraiser back. But the issue is we've got a flyer to deal with and we've run out of removal. Rogue's Gallery gets me Corpse Appraiser, Broker's Veteran, maybe a Plasma Jockey. Oh, Midnight Assassin. Midnight Assassin makes sense, doesn't it? I think that's what we do. 1 white creature card. We don't have a white creature card. Blue. Corpse Appraiser's good. Yeah. But let's get the Broker's Veteran. Black creature card, Midnight Assassin, and then red one is Corpse Appraiser. Okay, submit 0. Do that, play a Midnight Assassin, and maybe we can block the Regulator, but he might have even more removal. We'll just see. He's got 5 damage on the board. So he's got the whole tempo thing here. It's working very well for him. The Grella, yeah, he has more creature-based removal, so he puts even more power on the board, and it's going to put me down to 3 life. Just the perfect sort of tempo rollout. Okay, taking 2 in the air. We've got to block 3 things. Well, 2. Yeah, we've got to block 3 things. It's that simple. We have 6 mana. So yeah, 2 creatures. It's not. In other words, Corpse Appraiser is a good one, but that does use up my blue. Corpse Appraiser plus Body Dropper. This could find something useful. We'll see. Disciplined Duelist, Psychic Pickpocket. Get rid of the Pickpocket. Midnight Assassin. Another good one. Let's play the Midnight Assassin. And maybe he can't attack now. Maybe he's got another regulator. But yeah, a good answer to the Girder Goons is the Psychic Pickpocket. That was brutal. That's like 5 mana wasted. Oh right, okay, no, nice. He's got another bounce spell. Sure, why not? And he gets through with 3 damage. Okay, we lose. There wasn't a way around that. I mean, he went Celestial Regulator, Lagrella out of the way 3 turns in a row just to push through damage. Yep, it's suddenly you get into legendary difficulty when you're on 6 wins, I think. Very tough, and he didn't even hit. What was he waiting for? He was waiting for blue mana, I think, for a while, but he had the early pressure. No, we're not yet. We're not ready yet for 7 wins. Anyway, the deck. I was worried I was going to get 0 wins, so I suppose that's something. Suppose against blue, maybe you play all your small creatures first and only play the big creatures when it's the last thing you've got. Maybe that's a good tip, I don't know. Just depends on the situation, I suppose. But yeah, we decided to play the Cutthroat Contender here, because it's a vampire. I don't know if it's the best choice here. That's the one I'm not quite sure about. I think 2 Ominous Parcels seemed good to fix the mana. We had 1 Maestro's Theatre, a couple of Tramway Stations. We're a bit spread out between the different colours. We've got, let's see, 16. Well, it's mostly black with kind of splashes of red and blue, I suppose. That's the idea. The big decision was dropping 2 2-drop creatures for 2 Extract the Truth. So Halo Scarab and Snooping Newsy. I thought it's probably going to be hard to cast Snooping Newsy on turn 2 when I'm trying to cast Body Dropper on turn 2, and so even though I am a big fan of this card, it's not quite the right deck for it. And I thought Halo Scarab is just bit underpowered. 2-1 for 2. I thought we've got it. It's kind of emergency mana fixing because it's 2 mana to play it. You've got to get it killed somehow, which could be 2 mana from a Body Dropper, Then it's 2 mana to make a treasure. So it could be 6 mana to make a treasure, this card. Or 4 mana if you're lucky. It trades off with something. So it's not the most efficient mana fixing card. It's doing double duty, I suppose. It's being a blocker as well. But I thought we don't need a Halo Scarab when we've got 2 Ominous Parcels. I think Broker's Veteran I really like Broker's Veteran with Body Dropper. The threat of sacking this at instant speed and putting a shield counter on something that's been targeted for destruction. That seems good. Not something I thought of when I was putting the deck together as well. In the 3-drop slot, I'm a fan of the Midnight Assassins, but you can see there are ways of working around these. They're sort of, one of them did get hit by Witness Protection. They're kind of a beeline for removal cards, which is good news for my other creatures, I suppose. Yeah, it got Lagrella. My Midnight Assassin got Lagrella'd in that last game. Which would be nice if I had removal for his Lagrella, but yeah, that's. I've lost a couple of times now to Lagrella in the last couple of days. And yeah, the combination of Lagrella and the blue-white, the Celestial Regulator. It's kind of I've run into that 1-2 punch a couple of days in a row now. Quite hard to deal with. Rogues Gallery. I think we cast it once or twice, maybe. It's a good sort of value card. Can draw 3 creatures basically out of your graveyard. 4 if I was playing Ominous, because he's a green creature. I think it's quite good. It's quite good card advantage. Sanguine Spy was really good. We had that. Tried this once. Corpse Appraiser, of course, is fantastic. In that last game, I thought maybe he'd saved me because he found another Midnight Assassin to play off the top of the deck. Yeah, Deal Gone Bad, definitely good. I even lost a game yesterday because my opponent had 2 Deal Gone Bads, and I decked out because we both had lots of removal and not enough creatures, so we just sort of cancelled each other out until we ran out of cards. Something to watch for with Deal Gone Bad. Yeah, Plasma Jockey's pretty good. We saw that in the previous game, the Jund game. He stopped That's another thing you can do to stop Midnight Assassin from being useful. You can stop it blocking with Plasma Jockey. I did pick up 3 of these in a row because I've got, of course, Evelyn the Covetous, who gives you extra value from vampires. And we saw one ridiculous Evelyn game where we just drew huge numbers of cards, I think. Possibly even 2 games. Girder Goons just seem very good. Except when they get bounced, then they feel very bad indeed. So yeah, against blue, maybe you play your other small creatures first, I suppose. And the Glamorous Outlaw was good. It also happens to be a vampire. Bit of extra mana fixing, but quite expensive. But it's very nice that it does scry for 2. It's quite useful in the late game to just get into your next, draw into your next bit of action. Yeah, we didn't play Graveyard Shift. We didn't play Ready to Rumble. So these are other 5 mana options. Arguably, Ready to Rumble maybe better than the second Girder Goon, having an extra removal spell. Would have been you could think of a few situations where that would have been more useful. We weren't really hitting 5 mana values very often. I did notice it happen once with Sanguine Spy. We got to draw a card. So I think Graveyard Shift would just have been a 5 mana sorcery to bring a card back most of the time. So I'd probably good idea not to include this one. If you've got a heavy sort of self-mill deck with lots of snooping newsies, this gets better, I think. Yeah, anyway, I think that's a fairly complete roundup. So, let me pick up my prize. So, 2 packs is nice. We got past 3,000 gems, so I'm trying to get to 3,400 for the Mastery Pass, as we can see here. 3,400. You do get a chunk of gems back when you buy it. If you're high enough level, you should get about 1,200 gems back. So it's quite a good deal, really, for the number of packs you get. Anyway, so that is another video. Thanks for watching.